me on NBA standings still.
I got you on NBA standings still. All right. Well, another NFL season come and gone. Had some great ups and downs throughout the season. Had some fun teams, some fun moments, some surprise teams. And we had a Super Bowl that was very hyped up, but was very, very uneventful. And that's all due to the Tampa Bay defense. If you didn't know, yet last night's Super Bowl wrapped up, at least as the day that we're recording this. Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9. Brady gets his 7th Super Bowl ring. Had, I believe, 2 touchdown passes to Gronk, because of course he did. Of course he did. First touchdown pass was to Gronk. And just kind of coasted through, played really well, and then obviously the defense holding Patrick Mahomes to 0 touchdowns is insane. Patrick Mahomes did all that he could. His receivers were dropping balls. The Chiefs were making stupid penalty after stupid penalty after stupid penalty, and his offensive line was just garbage. Like, I noticed, like, at one point in the third quarter, he literally, like, instinctively just dropped back and ran backwards. Instinctively, because he already saw the pass rush coming, because the offensive line just played that poorly. And that's not to take away from the Tampa Bay defense, but they just stunk. So, Brady gets his 7th Super Bowl ring, now has more Super Bowl rings than any singular team. So, Mitch, what are some of your takeaways from this game?
Well, for Kansas City, pitiful, at least in the way of discipline. They had 11 penalties and 120 yards worth. 120 yards worth in just penalties.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad. Now, people come and say, oh, well, some of those calls were not good. Are you kidding me? Did you see half the time when they were calling those penalties?
They were all pretty straightforward.
That is, like, that's as easy as a penalty as you're going to get. Of course, for Tampa Bay, Brady was being Brady. He was just being insane. And like you said, for Kansas City, Mahomes just got shut down.
I mean, it wasn't even really Mahomes. I mean, he still threw for 270 yards. They just couldn't do anything once they got to the red zone. They either turned it over or his guys just dropped passes. Like, there were so many like, I know there was one part where he was, like, getting tackled and he threw a beautiful pass and the guy just dropped it. And I'm like, what? Like,
yeah.
They just dropped a bunch of balls. They just dropped a bunch of passes.
It was not a very impressive game from Kansas City. Coming into the year, I honestly thought that Tampa Bay was the most complete team in the NFL. I thought they were one of the best. I would put them probably right behind the Chiefs, but the later the year got on, after that slow start, Tampa Bay just looked better and better and better every single game. And it showed in the Super Bowl.
They had the run, they had the defense, they had the pass. They had pretty much everything going for them.
And of course, they also had Tom Brady. So.
They had Tom Brady. Yeah, he's already been there. And Leonard Fournette, like, there were some times where he'd, like, carry everybody with him and just keep grinding. So, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs will be back here. And I don't know. I know Brady just won, but I feel like Brady's he's just like, nah, I'm not going to retire. He's just that kind of guy. Like, he just doesn't want to retire.
So that I don't think really either of us have really that much more to say. Like we said, it was pretty uneventful. But there was a big event that happened as of lately. Us Lion fans are loving it.
Jared Goff and a couple picks. That's pretty good.
I don't know what on earth the Rams were thinking.
I can kind of understand.
Crazy.
I can kind of understand. It's kind of like when you traded Russell Westbrook if you're the Rockets. You're trading a really good player for someone who might not be as good, but the ceiling of your team was found. With Russell Westbrook and James Harden, the ceiling of that team was the second round. With Jared Goff and the Rams, the ceiling is not a Super Bowl. So they are going to try to get somebody else in here, try to get something to quick turnaround or something. That's kind of what their thought is, I think. It's just kind of get somebody else in there, get a new face in there, see if that'll help anything. Because the ceiling with Jared Goff was they weren't going to win the Super Bowl. So you might as well try something new at that point.
But
a couple picks was weird.
Goff for Stafford?
They're going all in. Though as a Cardinals fan, I'm scared. As a Cardinals fan, I'm a little nervous of Stafford on the Rams, especially if he stays healthy. Because that's the biggest thing with Matthew Stafford. He is a really, really, really good quarterback, and he has the poise, but he's got to be able to stay healthy.
There's points where Stafford actually cost the Lions games, so
yeah, but everybody does that though. Even the best. I mean, Tom Brady cost the Bucs the game against the Bears earlier this year. He's still the GOAT. It happens. It happens. You always make stupid mistakes. Like I said, I just think Jared Goff was their ceiling wasn't a Super Bowl, but giving up that many picks.
No. But as a Lions fan, I am loving it because A, I hate the Rams, and B, it's a great trade for Detroit.
Exactly. There really haven't been too many other big blockbuster trades just yet, except for the fact that they said that the Eagles are looking to get rid of Carson Wentz.
Yeah, there actually is. The asking price for Carson Wentz is what, quote, I think they quote it as a Matthew Stafford package. So looking to get what the Rams gave for Stafford, which, I mean, Wentz is pretty good.
He has the potential, but he just, I don't know. I think Wentz. Philly's offensive line is atrocious. I think what Wentz needs is a new place.
If he goes to Chicago, he'll be better.
Chicago probably should.
Line, he'll be better.
Chicago probably should make a play for him.
With a legit offensive line, he'll be a much different quarterback.
Trade Nick Foles for Carson Wentz. Bears trade Nick Foles and a couple picks back to Philadelphia for Carson Wentz.
Or they trade Mitchell Trubisky.
I ain't taking Mitch Trubisky if I'm the... We want a Matthew Stafford return. Mitch Trubisky is not Jared Goff. You better give me a lot. You better give me a lot of picks if you're giving me either of those two. Other than that, just a couple coaching hires. Nothing too crazy.
Obviously, also Deshaun Watson.
Oh yes, wants out. We knew that he wanted out. The price
for Deshaun Watson. It is crazy what the Texans want for Deshaun Watson. They want 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, and 2 defensive young starters.
People know Deshaun Watson wants out. The Texans don't have that much bargaining power.
Well, the Texans just don't want to trade him, so they want to do whatever they can to keep him, no matter... They're doing anything in their power to keep him stuck in Houston.
You're just gonna lose more and more draft cap. Or you're just gonna lose more and more capital as you come closer and closer to his free agency, because you know he's not staying after free agency, and you know he's not gonna give you 110%. He's gonna give you a good amount of percent because he still wants to look good, but he ain't gonna be. I feel bad for him. They got to get him out of there. But other than that, if you want to go through the coaching carousel real quick, so I don't really know much of the names besides Dan Campbell.
Yeah, I didn't really know all of them either, but fortunately enough, NFL.com literally has every single hiring. So
there you
makes it really easy for me. I'll just start with head coaches, as we haven't really gone over many of them, but the Jacksonville Jaguars have hired Urban Meyer.
Jacksonville Jaguars are not my least favorite, or one of my least favorite teams in football.
I just think they're crazy. Urban Meyer is not going to work in the NFL, I'm telling you right now.
People from Florida love him, though.
Yeah, but in any case, Urban Meyer is now the head coach of Jacksonville. And like you said, Jacksonville's now your least favorite team. For me, I don't like Jacksonville now. I don't like them.
Funny thing. I wanted to mention this. I've never seen a collapse quicker than Jacksonville, besides the Bulls. No, I'm sorry, the Bulls. Bulls when Michael Jordan left, because they blew that up. But 3 years ago, it was only 3 years ago that the Jacksonville Jaguars were 10 minutes away from going to their first ever Super Bowl. And now they are 1-15 3 years later. That is bad. It's not as bad as the Bulls, because like I said, they got rid of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan retired, and then they're like, "Hey, we're going to get everybody else out of here, and we are going to be the worst team ever." That 1999 Bulls team was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Anyway, continue with your... I just wanted to mention that on the note of Saxonville,
yeah. Of course, the New York Jets hired Robert Saleh. Outstanding hire for the New York Jets. I was so upset. I want him to be the Lions head coach. I'm happy with Dan Campbell. I mean, I'm happy with any guy who is quoting in his interview, in his
we're gonna bite your kneecaps.
In his first day of being introduced as a Lions head coach, that they're gonna bite kneecaps.
I will say, he won the press conference. I'm not going to believe in him until I see some winning on the field. But I like his lip at least. I can at least give him that. I like his lip.
And, of course, Atlanta Falcons going and getting the Titans offensive coordinator. Oh, probably should have said that. But Urban Meyer, former Ohio State head coach. Duh. Robert Saleh was the former defensive coordinator of the 49ers, and the Falcons hired Titans offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. I don't really know much about Arthur Smith, but, I mean, Derrick Henry was a Titan player, so who knows? But for the LA Chargers, they hired the Rams defensive coordinator Brandon Staley. I like this, but I think it's a little early because Brandon Staley, he did a great job with the Rams defense in just one season, and all of a sudden the Chargers are giving him a head coaching spot.
The reins. They're giving him the reins after 1 year.
After 1 year of being an actual coordinator, but I mean, hey, who knows? Guy did an outstanding job in just one season, so could be good, could be bad. You never know. But
hopefully, he's not Matt Patricia.
They have Justin Herbert, who is the offensive rookie of the year. We'll go into those
probably.
But
we'll
of course,
next week.
I was talking about the Lions earlier. They hired Dan Campbell. We all love Dan Campbell. And the Eagles hired the Colts offensive coordinator Nick Sirianni. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Nick Sirianni, Colts offensive coordinator. Not a bad hire. And then there's the Texans. Hiring David Culley, the assistant head coach for the Ravens. I'm happy that they didn't hire Josh McClown, but
well, time will only tell with coaching hires, but ooh.
Yeah. I'm really surprised. Like, here's another season where everyone goes through and still no one hires the Chiefs offensive coordinator who has been looking for a head coaching position for like 3 straight years now.
Yeah, they have one of the best offenses ever.
And no one has hired him still, and still no one will this year unless someone suddenly gets fired by an NFL team and they just happen to go and get him. But yeah, I don't know what Houston was thinking. I mean, when you're interviewing Josh McCown, I like calling him Josh McClown, but Josh McCown for your head coaching position,
something's wrong with you.
I'm telling you right now, the Texans are turning into Detroit Lions. They are literally becoming the next Detroit Lions. I'm telling you right now. it's just not good. It really just is not good. But those are the head coaching hires. There's a lot of different coordinating hires and GM stuff, so that might take a little bit of some time. I don't know if Stefanski wants to deal with all that as still even as we're making this video. Our videos haven't even uploaded yet. Yeah.
It was working for so long. Oh, the video was working The video was working so well. He's frozen again. Oh. He's frozen again. You're frozen.
No, it's 81% or.
Yeah, it's up to 81%.
Oh, I'm frozen?
Oh, you're back for maybe a second.
Oh, should I just?
Dang it! We were doing so good. It was doing so good. It was doing really good. Okay, you're back. We're good. Okay. Anyway, I think that's enough. I think that's telling us to end the NFL video right now. We're gonna talk about probably awards and stuff, and then we're gonna start a series of team breakdowns, where we're going to talk about a team's year in retrospect. We're going to kind of talk about how they did, what kind of moves they should be making in the offseason, what they need to focus on for next year. And then, after the retrospectives, when we get pretty close to the next season, we're going to make previews. So that'll be fun. But, for now, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for sticking around with us for this whole hectic NFL season. We've been making videos since the beginning of the NFL season, so our first entire season gone. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace out.
See ya.